What's happening, fandoms?
Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here,
we react to music videos and shows.
Today we're going back to our Band Maid documentary series produced by Orange. We really appreciate Orange for making these.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
so well done
my goodness.
and so informative.
And we're learning so much.
And thank you, Orange, for commenting and giving us permission to do these, to do these reactions. It's very kind of you. We're excited to learn this time about Misa, the bass player. And she is really sort of the most enigmatic member in my opinion. She's the one I know the least about, not just because we've watched documentaries about the others. I knew the least about her right from the beginning.
Right.
So this is going to be very good.
And this is such a great animation here. I mean, just
very cool looking anime style depictions of Psyche and Miku.
Beautiful.
Just so you guys know, we want to remind you that we have 3 tickets, general admission tickets, that we're giving away to the August 14th show of Band Maid in Sacramento at the Ace of Spades venue. It's a fairly small venue and there are not many tickets available. So we're giving away those tickets to a lucky fan. We'll have a link in the description to the video that describes what we're requiring for entry into that contest. It'll be subscribe to our channel and follow our Twitter and retweet a tweet.
All those information will be in our description.
And it's all in the description, and we'll have the link there. And you can, if you're in the area and able to attend, please, we'll choose a random winner and announce it on July 31st. And we'll be giving those tickets away. So check out that information.
And you're happy to be in Sacramento area during the show, please say hi to us. And I will be happy to.
Yeah, whether or not you win the tickets.
Yes.
We would love to hang out with a couple of people at the show. That would be awesome.
Yeah. And also just, share stories with us. I'll be greatly, appreciated. And I'm sure we'll be there a little bit early too. Because this is our first time attending to Band Maid concerts, so it will be such a thrill, a great experience for us.
We're very excited
and happy to meet all the Maniacs. It will be so fantastic to meet all of them. I mean, it's just amazing to be one of you guys.
That's right. All right, let's check out the documentary. Here we go.
じゃあ次はベースミサにしましょうか。ミサちゃんは1回目で言ってびっくりされるのはステージドリンクがウイスキーストレート。
本当にあの人酔っ払うんです。
ね2時間とかは長いとやったり
すると結構後半はもうフラフラというかもうベロベロというか
ベロベロですもんね。出来上がりつつある感じですもんね。まあでもよりね、なんだろう、グルービーなベースを
ベースの演奏が良くなるから
緊張しいだったりちょっとするところがあるので、
ピュアだから
とてもバンドメイドで一番純粋な心を持ってるの。
見た目はねクールビューティーな、
クールビューティー
アジアンビューティーな感じなんだけど、
海外からのね人気はすごいですもんね。
一番ですね。
ミサってすごいコールが大きいぐらい。
だって怖い印象を受けるもんね。最初は
あんまりこう喋らないからね。
そう怖い人だと思ってましたっていうコメントよく見る。
でも小学生みたいなねことで。すごいくだらないことでミサちゃん一番笑うし
変顔もすごいする。
もう一番そういうの大好きだもんね。だから怖いとは一番真逆にいる。
一番
So cool how they did this.
そうだっぽね。バンドメイドの一番面白い人だっぽね、きっと。
So cute.
With an introduction like that, I think we can figure out who's going to be highlighted in today's video.
Yes.
So today, let's talk about Misa.
Yeah, let's do that. And that funky bass. That's
Misa
yummy.
was born on October 15th in Okayama, a prefecture close to Osaka, and next to Hyogo, where Akane was born. According to her mother, she was an easy child to raise, as she used to play by herself. Even though she was a lively child, She always avoided dangerous situations and tried to act like an adult. She loved music and arts in general, but hated studying.
Okay.
And just like Konami and Akane, music has been a part of Misa's life since her early childhood, as she started to learn piano when she was around 4. In elementary school, she joined a brass band and played alto horn.
Oh, wow.
Right when she entered junior high school, Misa moved to Tokyo due to family circumstances, and her temper changed a lot. She had a hard time fitting in with life in the big city and getting along with her peers from the same grade. She was also afraid to be judged because of her accent, which was different from the other children, and became more and more introverted. In
Interesting.
7th grade, she started to play guitar, but ended up joining a concert band in 9th grade, where she played the trumpet.
Huh.
Wow.
Even though she did learn a lot of different instruments, she kept learning piano for a few years. In high school, she played as a guitarist vocalist in a Keon club with a Fender Squier model that she bought. One day, an older friend of Misa asked her if she could join his band as a bassist. Until then,
Interesting.
she'd never thought about playing bass. She started to play guitar and always wanted to play drums, but bass? It
Yeah.
had never crossed her mind. Misa borrowed a bass and started to play. And even though it was difficult, she loved it and bought a Squier P bass immediately so she could give back the bass she borrowed.
Okay.
And one of the main reasons Misa got introduced to music at such an early age was that her mother listened to music all the time. This is how Misa got to hear bands like the Red Hot Chili Peppers and The Who when she was still
Yeah.
only in kindergarten.
Some good
Her
influences.
mother
Yeah.
was also very supportive and helped Misa choose the right school when she hesitated between university and professional college. Misa started a course on sound engineering in a professional college before changing to
She has a
bass
lot of
course,
skills.
as she didn't want to work
Musical
behind the
skills.
stage, but on stage as a professional bassist.
She has
Before
the
talking
performer
about Band
instinct.
Let's take a look at Misa's past experience in the music industry. Except for small bands during her school years, Misa had been a member of a band named Prototype for 5.5 years between 2008
Okay.
and 2013. Prototype was a small band composed of 4 members, and the band made at least 2 mini-albums and performed several live concerts. We don't have that much information, but it seems that they sold their CDs directly and not via music stores. They used to perform in and around Shimokitazawa, which is where Misa lived, and Shibuya. There is a review of one of their live performances which states that they sound like the Smashing Pumpkins
Oh, I
and are
know.
appealing to
They
everyone
do.
who loves Western music. The person who
Interesting.
wrote this review also said that they couldn't stop smiling. It sounds like this band must have played some great music.
Yeah.
They are. They have.
But that's not all.
He's talking
While
about
she
her
was
old
playing for
band.
Prototype,
Oh.
Misa joined another band called Hurtist.
Oh, I'm talking about Band
This
Maid now.
band was formed with 6 members who performed live several times before disbanding in October 2012. You can find 3 of their live videos on their YouTube channel. Misa and Akane also met in 2012 as they were going to the same school, the
Okay.
Tokyo Music School. They
Ah,
connected
this is the
immediately
connection.
as instrumentalists and worked together on several projects.
That's cool.
This
Same
is-
year,
that's
they
how-
made an appearance as actors in an MV of the singer-actress Becky with the song Yoruka Switch. In 2015, Misa, along with Konami and Akane, were at the 5th anniversary party of the idol band Predia in Zepp, Tokyo, as a
Oh.
backing band. You do remember the
Interesting.
link between Predia and Band Maid, right?
Right.
There was a band called Mochi to Cheese, made by
Right.
Akane, Konami, and 3 members from Predia. All right, we are in May 2013. Prototype announced that they will disband in July, and Band Maid posted an audition announcement on May 29th. The next month, on June 5th, Misa announced on her old account linked to Prototype that she's going to an audition. Does this mean that Misa had the perfect timing to join Band Maid?
Yeah.
Kind of
Let's see how she
seems
was
that
recruited.
way.
In another interview, Misa confirmed that Akane tried to recruit her into Band Maid right when Prototype announced their disbanding. But
Oh.
Akane didn't know about this information, so she was bold enough to invite Misa to join another band.
Oh, that was perfect
And
timing.
it paid off. Now, Misa has said that she was in izakaya when Akane called her, and she was pretty drunk, so she had to take at least the night to think about it.
Okay.
Misa listened to the demo and found that the songs were proper rock music and cool. She was
Okay.
actually afraid that this band would be an idol band. As she didn't want to stop playing bass, Misa quickly accepted the invitation to join Band Maid the day after Akane talked to her.
Okay.
So in the end, Miku recruited Konami, who was
Right.
found on Nico Nico. And then Konami recruited Akane just after the restaurant she was working at closed, and Akane recruited Misa just after her group disbanded.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Wow. If that is not fate,
It is
don't
fate.
know what is.
I
Yeah.
know.
That's how
Now
these
that
things
Misa has
often
joined
work.
Band Maid, it's a new start for our favorite bassist. A new start, yes, but with one problem. The maid outfit.
You
Misa
didn't
was
want to
never
do it,
into
huh?
cosplay, so she wasn't used to wearing this kind of clothing. She felt really uncomfortable during the first live shows and with the first version of her outfit. It was also around
And she's
this
tall.
time when
She's very
Misa thought
tall.
about quitting Band Maid.
Hmm.
It was during the first or second one-man performance, and Misa was already working a lot in addition to her work for Band Maid, so she was in really bad physical and mental condition. She felt that the music she liked was too far from the music she played with the band, and started to think about leaving and forming a band where she could play the kind of music she liked. She talked to the manager, who proposed that she take a good look at the view from the stage, at the Masters and Princesses, and decide after that. Thankfully, the reactions and responses from the crowd that day moved Misa deeply enough so she chose to stay with Band Maid.
Interesting.
She was sure that this band had great potential.
She was
and could
right.
become way bigger. Time flies by, and we are at that moment where Konami is writing songs for the band. From World Domination, but more in Conqueror and Unseen World, Misa actively participated in songwriting on her bass lines and has felt more freedom since then.
Yeah, that's cool.
Konami gives out notes from time to time depending on the song and what she has in mind. While writing music, Misa thinks more about what would serve the quality of the song rather than be sure that it's playable immediately. She had difficulties recording some songs of Unseen World because of that, but she managed to get them recorded in the end by spending more time on the hardest parts.
Wow.
And even if a song is really difficult for her, Misa will always practice enough so that she doesn't have to look at her hands while she's playing live. For example, the first part of No God was written by Konami, and she asked Misa to write the rest of the song.
Okay.
At this time, Misa was learning bass and drum programming, so she wrote those two parts, including her solo.
Oh, wow.
That is a very cool solo.
It was a new experience
That is some
for her,
sick
and she had to
bass.
send new riffs to Konami every week for Unseen World. And although she obviously sent her demos to Konami, Misa used to send them to another member, Psyche. Misa sent her work to Psyche to confirm that her bass line was easy to sing with, and also because Psyche praises her a lot. And Misa loves to be praised by Psyche when
Okay.
she's working on a new song.
I like it.
As she wrote in an
It's a
interview,
good dynamic.
I just send them to her without saying anything in order to get praised by her. That's my source of energy. That makes me enjoy drinking better.
Oh.
Okay.
She's a heavy
What
drinker
a
then.
great group of friends they are. There are two particularities regarding Misa when you see her perform on stage.
Yeah.
The first one is that she never wears shoes when she's playing.
Oh.
With some exceptions on very hot days during outside performances, as the stage can get really hot. This is something she has done since the beginning of Band
Doesn't
Maid.
wear shoes. I didn't
You can
notice
see her
that.
wearing
Did
shoes
you?
in some MV, but most of the time, she likes to play barefoot.
Huh,
Oh.
interesting.
She answered a question from a fan in 2014 on Twitter, saying that heels hurt her feet
I
and
don't
are
blame
really
her.
hard to walk in, so she chose not to wear anything at all. Misa even ended
Fair
up with
enough.
the nickname the Barefoot Assassin.
Oh.
Why? Well, first of all, she plays barefoot. And during the Gold Rush interview, when the band was asked about the maid outfits, and particularly Misa's, which didn't look like a maid outfit, Miku answered that it's an assassin maid outfit.
Oh.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
second
I remember
thing you'll
that.
notice about Misa
We
is
saw
that
that.
she always has a bottle of whiskey on her amp while performing live.
It's right
and
there.
She even
Yeah.
drinks in the MV of Don't You Tell Me.
Oh.
If you look closely at every performance, you can spot the bottle that she drinks during MCs.
No, I gotta go look for
During
that.
the US
Yeah.
tour in 2022, she even had her own opening ceremony where she opened a can of beer in front of her mic to make a loud sound, and the audience really loved that moment.
Oh, look at
Misa used
That's
to open a can
cool.
of beer or drink whiskey during MCs for a long time, and she even shared a bit of her whiskey with a fan in 2019 during a concert in the New York Mercury Lounge.
Oh, that's so cool.
She is thought to be the one who drinks the most, but if you had a chance to listen to the Radio for Omesu-sama episode aired on August 1st, 2021,
Okay.
you would learn that they all actually drink a lot.
Oh, wow.
Except for Konami, who falls asleep before she gets a chance to drink.
That's me.
Okay.
Despite her love for alcohol, Misa tweeted in May 2022 that she came to realize that it was too much for her and she decided to be more careful in the future. And now it's time to talk about Misa's playstyle.
Yeah,
As
that's
usual,
what I want to
I'll
hear.
let proper bassists present their thoughts
Yep,
to you
this
on
is a
what
great
they
way to
think
do
about
it.
Misa. Gentlemen, if you please.
So what makes Misa a great bassist? First of all, she went to musical school, so she learned a lot about music theory. You can see that in her playing. She's constantly moving around the root note, adding or removing note at the end of her phrases, changing the tone by going all over the neck and not just staying at the low end. She masters all the playing styles, finger style, slap, pick. She knows
Right.
when to use them and always use the right one at the right moment. She can switch from one to another in a blink of an eye, like when she does her pick flip to switch from pick to slap. Her right hand work is so smooth and precise. It's mesmerizing.
That's true.
When it comes to her role in the band, she's a lead bassist. She can flawlessly jump from just playing the root note to taking the lead and or providing an harmony to the vocals, and all of this in the same bar. There is no boundaries in her playing. That's what makes her so interesting and very inspiring to me. She's my favorite bassist, and I hope to hear her and Band Maid for a lot more years.
Oh, that's cool.
When I think back about all of the bands that I've loved for many years, so many great bass players. But when I think of the bassists who really excited me, or more importantly, the ones whose parts I wanted to learn how to play, I think they all have kind of one thing in common. And that's the use of the bass, not just as a tonal and rhythmic foundation for a song or that kind of glue that holds a band together, but they use the instrument as another source of melody and melodicism and musicality. And I think there are far fewer of those kinds of bassists out there.
Primus.
So imagine my delight as a bassist discovering Band Maid, where you have Misa, who's just constantly up and down the neck playing what aren't super complicated parts, but making these really musical choices about a note here versus a note here. She's in many ways a counterpart to Konami in that they're always expanding on a riff or adding new textures or new little motifs. You know, they may play something fairly straight the first time, but after that, forget it. And it's not, again, like the parts are super complicated or technically difficult. They're just really, really smart. Or for me, the big thing is that they're really musical.
Right.
How would I describe Misa's playing style? That's a tall order. What makes her special to me is her writing and her flawless ability to judge what to play and when to play it, without shying away from taking up space. She doesn't just serve the song, filling out the lower frequencies, locking up with the drums. She's actively creating a large portion of what makes the songs what they are. The groove, drive, momentum, anticipation, tension. It's like all her parts serve a purpose larger than just playing notes that work in the right tempo. She really adds another thick layer to the onion that is Band Maid. One of my favorite habits of hers is when she's having a bit of a bass solo during the guitar solo, as can be heard in Manners and Reincarnation, for example.
Okay.
It's so backwards to the old tropes about backing down during a solo. But it's always so tastefully made and never distracting. Rather, the opposite. She also has this ability to tap into what the other instruments are doing and create her own parts from that, seamlessly switching between what instruments to follow. A prime example of that can be heard in the second verse of About Us, especially in the live version. She starts out by establishing the groove with the drums for the first 3 bars, and then a fill during the 4th bar, setting herself up for the next 4 bars, where she gradually starts playing off the vocals. The first 2 bars by matching the vocal phrases, subdivided by 16th notes, and for the second 2 bars, now the transition is complete, and now she just plays a lower harmony to the vocals. After that, she immediately switches to locking up rhythmically to Konami's octave climb for 1 bar. And then, for the last bar, she rounds everything off with a little fill of 16th notes, almost like a drum fill. All that during 10 bars. Her playing and writing is a big reason
That's
why
an
I keep coming
impressive
back
analysis.
to the music
Yeah.
over and over again.
Thank you very much
Very
for taking the
descriptive,
time to
too.
share
Very
your
cool.
experience and knowledge and your feelings regarding Misa's playstyle. I wonder what you, the viewer, what do you think of Misa as a bassist?
I think she's
I'm
incredible.
interested to know what's on your mind. Let's move to the
Prior
end
to
of our
her,
journey.
Primus is the only band with
Misa
a really
learned to play
amazing
a
bass
lot of
player that I've
instruments,
ever
and even though she
heard.
knew which ones she wanted to learn, she ended up playing the one instrument she never even thought about.
Wow.
From the moment she picked up a bass, Misa never stopped playing it. She loves bass so much that she even switched courses to become a professional bassist and live from her passion. In the end, Misa ended up with Band Maid thanks to the boldest move and the perfect timing.
That's a great picture
And
of that.
Band Maid is a band where everyone shines. Everyone has a moment in every song. We're used to seeing guitarists and drummers being highlighted, but bassists? That's not very common. How many bands that you listen to allow their bassists to really shine? I'm talking about bands
One or
with
two, tops.
2 guitars or a guitar and a piano. I'm sure you can find some examples, but since its creation, Band Maid has always found a way to allow Misa to find her spotlight.
Aw.
From thrill to influencer.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
so sick.
Dice, or even manners. During live performances introducing a song, or to go crazy on a duel with Konami.
Wow.
Yeah. Very
Even though
cool.
Misa's personality is mostly introverted. When she is on stage playing bass,
Different.
she seems finally free and is
bet.
having the time of her life.
I can't
She even
wait.
learned programming and participated actively in the songwriting process. Since she joined Band Maid, Misa followed her passion to become a professional bassist and surrounded herself with the best group of friends who have become very close to what we can call a family.
They weren't lying.
That's so cool.
Oh man, thank you again to Orange for producing and creating these very, very cool documentaries. After this one, we're gonna switch back to the 3-part Miku documentary that we started part 1 of, thinking that it was the beginning, not knowing that
There's an individual
that there were all these other
documentary
parts before that one. But we'll go back to we'll start with part 2 of the
since we did part 1
yeah, we've
first.
already done part 1 of the Miku documentary. We'll do part 2 after this. But thank you so much for producing these and helping us to get more.
This is such great informative for us, especially learning about them.
in
Going
such
to
a
the concert
personal way
Yes.
too, with so much detailed
and getting to know
analysis.
them. Yeah.
And really, these are phenomenal. And with that out of the way, please, if you didn't see it at the beginning, check out our link below to our description of our concert ticket giveaway. We have tickets we're giving away in the Sacramento area, so I won't go into the whole thing again.
And it's going to be under our description, so
yes,
you'll
we'll have
see.
the information.
So each of you, the Band Maid that we had for it's been about 2 weeks now. So every Band Maid videos that we have released, it's in all in our descriptions.
Yeah.
So that way you don't miss out. So thank you again for turning into our channel. Don't forget to give your love and support to Band Maid. The link will be in our description below, and also our contest. It will be in our description. Thank you for your love and your support. Also sending your recommendations and your suggestions, and also your comments. We love reading them. We really appreciate you guys. You guys have been so wonderful. Thank you for loving our new channel and liking our new videos. We really appreciate you. To get the algorithm going, just press the like button. It will be greatly appreciated. Thank you for subscribing to our Small and Mighty channel to help us grow to our goal. Is 10,000, and we're almost there. And thank you again, and see you in the next video.